How's it going, guys? Paul here from DPTV, and I'm here with another episode of our Dragon Ball Super Episode 80 review slash recap. I am feeling a little bit sick today, so if I do have to edit out my coughs, I am. So random abruptions there is going to be me coughing and me like sneezing my brains out. So one like equals one appreciate. So today's episode, Awaken Your Sleeping Battle Spirit, Son Gohan's Fight. Episode 80. First off, before we even get to the recap part of it, I do want to give my thoughts on the episode, and I think the vast majority of the Dragon Ball community will agree with me when I say that this episode was fantastic in the sense that we couldn't predict the outcome, and the fight was just well worth it. And it was just one of those fights where we were just so happy that it ended the way it did that I'm not even salty that Gohan didn't win, you know. Even though he didn't lose, he didn't win, which I thought was really good. So, the episode starts where we saw last time where, they do the iconic Dragon Ball stare down, and then they get into the swing of things. They start fucking fighting and punching, kicking each other, and it's just completely even. But then at one point, Gohan throws a weaker punch, and then Lavender takes advantage of that, grabs onto his arm, and sprays poison in his eyes. And then, everyone's mad how it's cheating. Well, actually, Hercule's really salty that it was cheating, but Goku does explain later that, anything that goes on in the battlefield is fair game, which I agree with because technically that is his ability. That's like saying, oh, you can't use your Kamehameha because that's cheating. That's using an energy wave that you're not allowed to use. So I actually do agree with Goku's sentiment there that his power of using poison is actually usable, although it is a little bit cheap. That's his signature move. That's like Basil's kicks and everyone else's superpower. That's Lavender's ability, in my opinion. That's how I took of it. Of course, that's a little BS. That's his power, but what are you gonna do about that, right? And then after he's poisoned at first, Gohan is getting destroyed. Then the Supreme Kais notice that he's poisoned, but they don't care because it's entertained. And then the Supreme Kai of our universe offers to give Gohan a Senzu Bean because obviously he's handicapped and Supreme Kai needs to win, so he's going to offer Gohan a Senzu Bean. But Gohan actually does not want the Senzu Bean, which is supposed to be a surprise to us, but it does, kind of run in the family where they don't like getting helped and they just want to win no matter the cost. So he wants to see how strong he's gotten, which is kind of stupid because he's going in a fight where he can't sense his opponent and he can't see his opponent, so he's kind of a really crappy thing. And then the Bergamo from the other universe acknowledges his strength later on in the episode, which is good because I actually really like Bergamo's design. Out of the 3 Universe 9 fighters, I like Bergamo's the best, and he's apparently the strongest fighter. So as the fight continues, Gohan starts to sense his other energies, his other abilities get heightened. So, it's like, hearing and all that stuff. And at one point, Lavender throws a kick, touches his hair for a millisecond, and Gohan turns around and blocks that attack, which I found really fucking sick. Like, it literally just touches his hair, and in that split second, he turns around and completely blocks it and smacks Lavender in the fucking in the throat, and that must have hurt like a really bad, but luckily he's strong. The funny thing about Lavender is he's like the hunchback from Notre Dame, and then after Gohan does that, the Supreme Kais get really excited because that looked like me. I think we're supposed to be Supreme Kais here. We get when something cool happens, we're supposed to be like, holy shit, that was sick, dude, and vice versa. So we're technically the Supreme Kais. That's the metaphor here. And then after that, Gohan is just completely blocking everything that Lavender does, kicks him in the face again. But he's taking those hits like a champ because he's Lavender. He's one of the strongest of Universe 9. And then, yeah, we do get the thing with Bergamo saying that he's a really strong opponent. And then we go, boom. Then we see Lavender do a really good idea, which even Whis acknowledges, which is that he starts flying. He uses his flight so then Gohan can, technically not sense him. And then he starts attacking Gohan, and Gohan is getting, beat around for a bit. And that's fine because Gohan is, smart. He's book smart, and he's also, a good fighter, as he's always has been. So he goes Super Saiyan. And what's important about Super Saiyan? I will tell you guys a couple things right now why going Super Saiyan is important in this, if in case you guys didn't understand it from the episode itself, because a lot of people I talked to about the episode didn't seem to understand this. So with Super Saiyan, it has energy go outwards, right? And think about it like when you're using light in a room. When you're using light in a room and it touches any object, what happens to that object? There's a shadow behind it. And since this is an open battlefield and the energy is going everywhere, where the shadow is technically where Lavender is. And that's how he can sense where Lavender is in Lavender. I don't know why I'm saying Lavender because that's how they pronounce it in the anime. That's how he can sense where Lavender is exactly when he's Super Saiyan. But the problem about Super Saiyan is that it does use more energy, and the poison from before, it actually rots your body. So being Super Saiyan just quickly has it quickly rot your body, And then we see Toppo from the other universe saying that Super Saiyans are beings that can alter their power level, which is really good because he's kind of like a really smart fighter, it seems. So I'm guessing nobody that he knows can actually do that. But it doesn't really matter because he just knows it. He's just a really smart guy. I mean, he is supposed to be the next god of destruction. And then even in Super Saiyan form, Lavender tries hitting him, but Gohan exactly sees where everything is and blocks it, no problem. And then he's like, Nani? And then, because, yeah, obviously, everybody, you know, whenever they're getting beat, they're like, this is just a fluke. There's no way Super Saiyan can be that strong. But then they're going, you know, then they start going toe-to-toe again, which I really like. That means Lavender's strong, pretty strong base form. But then, obviously, Gohan quickly overpowers him. And then when Gohan's about to deliver the ending strike, and I saw it coming a mile away, ending strike, the poison overtakes his body, and he starts getting, you know, really, really hurt. And then Lavender is just quickly there. And so in that Super Saiyan form, ended up screwing him over long term because since he didn't finish off Lavender quick enough, because Lavender, you know, tried blocking and stuff like that, Gohan's poison did end up killing him. So then Lavender is just destroying Gohan, and I found bullshit that he didn't get unbeaten. He should have gotten beaten, in my opinion, at this point. I really felt like that they should have done that after the poison, you know, hurt his body, that Gohan should have been out for the count, in my opinion, because when he turned Super Saiyan, it gave all the viewers that hope that he was going to win for sure because it's Gohan and it's our universe, so we always got to win and we can't lose. And once that poison hit his body, I felt like Lavender should have just taken advantage and knocked him out right then and there, but it didn't happen, and I was kind of disappointed about that. But I'm not disappointed by the outcome as a whole because in a whole broad aspect, I think it was a really good outcome. But at the same time, I kind of did really want Gohan to lose. Either way, just getting a tie with Lavender does show him that he does have to train and go ahead and, you know, become stronger because he can't even beat a Universe 9 opponent. Even though he didn't lose, he couldn't win. And winning is more important than tying, right? And then he does end up going Super Saiyan again. And then Bergamo tries finishing him off with a smoke cloud. But Gohan goes through it, punches him in the face, and does Charizard's Seismic Toss attack to end it. And yeah, well, they have like the little beam war first. I should probably mention that they had the beam war mentioned, and then the poison obviously screws Gohan over, and Lavender wins that, and then that smoke thing happens, which in a sense, you know, it's whatever. Like I said, like I'm not salty that Gohan didn't lose, but at the same time, I really felt that he should have lost, and it would have been better for the audience if he would have lost. And just long term, like, yeah, he was gonna lose now, but that's going to make it so he doesn't lose in the future, you get me? But I guess a tie technically will have the same outcome for Gohan in a broader, you know, sense of things. So then, you know, after the Seismic Toss, Lavender does get knocked out, and Gohan stands up because he's going to be victorious. But then, you know, obviously the poison destroys him, which it should have done so a lot earlier. But of course it didn't, because that is logic. So then that fight was so good that Xeno-Samas wanted to make an announcement right then and there. And what's the announcement? That they have ranked the opposing all 12 universes from mortal level. Now, there's a big controversy if mortal level is power level or if mortal level is number of inhabitants. And I'm going to go ahead and say it is inhabitants and it is not power level because I don't think it's power level. I really don't. I think mortal level has to do with how many, you know, the average, you know, amount of mortals there are per being, because they do say mortal specifically and not power level, right? And I do think it is people, because if you think about it, how many fucking races did Frieza and Beerus destroy blindly and stuff like that, right? And like all the Saiyans, for instance. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that because they're getting punished for destroying too many universes, that's why it's ranked like that, and it's not power level. They even say mortal level, and then Xeno-Sama has evaluated all 12 universes and ranked them accordingly. And every time I see the Grand Prix, I really do not like them. But so the top 4 universes are excluded from the Tournament of Power, which is 1, 5, 8, and 12, as in they have really high mortal levels. And then the average level of the mortal inhabited stars of Universe 7 is 3.18. So it's literally saying mortal inhabited stars. But then it says the average level of the mortal inhabited stars. I can see how it can go both ways, right? But I do want to think that it's just the number of people. And then where's this 3.18? And the freaking Universe 9 is in the ones. So I don't understand, and I'm gonna say it's at the ones because of the Supreme Kai. Because that Supreme Kai looks like such a dickhead. I fucking hate that Supreme Kai from Universe 9 so much. He's so much worse than the God of Destruction. Like their roles are literally reversed. I don't know if anyone gets the same exact like the same exact feeling that I do, but I feel like they literally have their roles reversed. And on the same vote, a lot of people were bagging on Goku for being the ender of the universes, but Zeno said that he was going to destroy the other 8 universes regardless. So Goku just gave them an opportunity to live. He just gave them an opportunity to live. Like, they were going to get destroyed anyways, but now with Goku's proposition, they actually have a chance to win. So we're going to see 8 universes compete, so I'm going to guess it's going to be a single elimination, one-on-one. Like, you know, we'll go versus the random universe, and then 6 will go against another universe, 11 with another. And I do think that we're going to go 7, 6, 11, and another universe are going to be in the top 8. And I don't think it's going to be Universe 9 in the top 8, personally. Just because they're really freaking weak. In comparison, you know, they're not weak in general, but I feel like in comparison they are. And then the losers of the tournament are going to get erased, except for the Angels, because the Angels have their own job. And then the Xenos express their excitement towards the new Tournament of Power. And, yeah, and then the last fight gets announced. And Bergamo is going to go against Goku. And Bergamo, I just love how Bergamo looks. Like, a lot. And then, you know, they're going to get excited. And Goku and Gohan wish each other good luck. Mainly Gohan towards Goku, because he's about to fight now. And the episode ends. And I just love Bergamo's fucking look so much, man. I don't know why. He looks like a fucking badass looking wolf. But, yeah. So, overall, I really, really, really enjoyed this episode, guys. Because it brought us a lot of insight to, like, you know, the Tournament of Power. We finally got a lot of information for the Tournament of Power. We do see that it's not going to be all 12 universes, which is kind of a shame. But at the same time, it makes things easier because making a tournament around 12 seeds is pretty hard. So that's why they eliminated 4 to make it an 8-seed tournament, because 8-seed tournaments is easy. You just do 3 rounds of single elimination. You know, the first round has 8, the second round has 4, and then the last one has 2. So it's not that hard. But then we're not going to know. I'm guessing the first round is not going to be 10 fighters. It's going to probably be like 3 to 4 fighters the first round, or maybe 5 fighters. The second one's going to be like 3 fighters, and then the last one will have all 10 participants or something. Or we can say 5 and 5, and then the last one is all 10 or something like that. Either way, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for the future of this arc, guys. I'm so hyped. This arc has not disappointed us so far. It's been really good. The animation quality has been great. The voice acting great. And all the plots was great. The fights have been fucking fantastic, too, which is just more important than anything. It's just the fighting has been freaking really good. And, yeah, let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, feel free to hit us with a like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell to be notified when we upload. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Paul, and I'm sending out peace.